The Mortgage Minute today being brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make a call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. S&P 500 now down 42.11. We'll see if that comes back a little bit. We'll be watching that for you. The 10-year Treasury is now flat. It's right at that zero number, so it has not changed at all from the close last Friday. 3.705. Mortgage-backed securities are down 37 basis points, which means rates are up. And yes, it's got to do with Bullard. And at this time every weekday, OBMMI, they provide the most comprehensive, accurate, timely, and interactive analysis of pricing ever conducted in the mortgage industry, calculated from actual locked rates with consumers across 35% of all mortgage transactions nationwide. 30-year conforming loans closed locked on last Friday, according to OBMMI, at 6.56. 30-year jumbos at 6.772. 30-year FHA, 6.474. USDA for those in the rural areas, those locked at 6.425. Best loan on the market, but you have to earn it. That would be the 30-year VA loan. 6.467 was where that locked on Friday. We don't know how many points anybody might have paid. We don't know the APRs. We just know that according to the daily mortgage rate monitor powered by OBMMI, those are the numbers. Why? What's driving the market? What's driving it today? Well, it's all got to do with James Bullard and his comments, and as we suspected, shaking up the markets as he did last time when he spoke about needing to potentially raise the Fed funds rate to 7%. Markets recovered following that comment, and he's typically an outlier, but be on guard. We're going to see this volatility that we anticipate. It's also important to note that he'll be a voting member at one more meeting, the December 14th meeting, and then he is not a voting member for another 4 years. I think we need to get our applause meter on that one. Yeah, thankfully he won't get to vote anymore on trying to ruin the economy. So there's an article on Business Insider titled "Buckle in for a Brutal Free Fall in Home Prices and Housing in a Massive Bubble." So let's dissect this. The article is citing seven housing experts. I wonder if it's like the same 51 that helped tell us that there was no, I digress. 7 housing experts, and while they are certainly names you may recognize, economists, I'd not call them housing experts. Additionally, some are calling for a 10% decline, while others are calling for a 20% decline. 20% decline would be a doomsday-like scenario and something similar to what we saw during the housing bubble. From the peak in home prices in 2007 to the trough in 2009, home prices declined by 20%. And while some experts are predicting a similar type crash, but the dynamics are very different. Back in 2007, there were 4 million homes for sale. There's only 1.22 million today. And back then, builders were putting up record numbers of homes while demand was falling. Today, demand is waning, and builders learned their lesson, and single-family starts are down 22%, while permits are down 21%. Additionally, in 2008, the average equity in homes was 19% versus 58% today. As we mentioned last week, Case-Shiller is reporting that home values nationwide have only come down 1.5% from their peak. But the data is lagging 2 months. We anticipate further softness, but nothing close to a 20% decline. And when rates come down to 5% in the first half of next year, as we project they will, we think that all of the buyers in hibernation due to high rates are going to come back with the low supply environment. It sets up for a reacceleration in home prices. So let's just watch and see. There's no catalyst for what these people are talking about. What are we going to see this week? Case-Shiller is going to give us some more numbers tomorrow. FHFA is giving us home price index tomorrow. Again, I mentioned earlier, the ADP employment report will come out on Wednesday along with pending home sales. Thursday, we've got personal consumption expenditures. And on Friday, we've got the BLS jobs report. Watching all of that. And on top of that, we've got the technical analysis is looking strong for us. That is the Mortgage Minute, brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. 1990.